Thanks for joining us. I'm Philip Coleman. Lynn Brooks will be joining us later in the newscast. We start tonight with a remembrance of a major moment in the civil rights movement. WVUA's Travis Leader joins us now live from downtown Birmingham. Travis, what historic event were today's marchers honoring?
Hey Philip, today marks the 50th anniversary of the 1963 Children's Crusade, a youth march that started at the historic 16th Street Baptist Church in Birmingham and ended when police unleashed dogs and sprayed fire hoses at the kids. Now, today's move was much more celebratory. Hundreds hit the streets with their signs and banners, and the march started at the Baptist Church like it did 50 years ago, and it finished here at Railroad Park. Now, some historians say the 63 Children's Crusade was a pivotal moment in the civil rights movement because many Americans didn't want to see the youth be harmed in such a way. Now, many Birmingham schools and colleges participated in the march today, and one student told me it helps to experience the march in person so they can walk in their ancestors' shoes.
In the classroom, you hear about it, but when you do it, you actually visualize what happened at that time.
Now, coming up at 10, we'll have a more in-depth look at the 50th anniversary march that happened today and the impact that it has on the youth in the city. Reporting live in Birmingham, Travis Leader, WVUA News. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Travis. Now, in other news, residents of a local assisted living facility are being asked to leave, and they're not happy about it. WVUA's Jennifer Edwards has that story.
Court documents show Pleasant Properties, who owns and operates Martin View Assisted Living Residence in Northport, has been leasing the building from Martins Limited since 1998. A couple of months ago, court documents show a lawsuit was filed by Martins Limited against Pleasant Properties after complications over a lease agreement, which Pleasant Properties attorney Jay Smith says is forcing the facility to close.
We can't do anything about the non-renewal of the lease. We can't force them to lease the facilities to us.
Smith says his client released a letter on April 7th notifying the residents and their families, which is required by the Alabama Department of Public Health.
But there's a specific regulation that says every resident is entitled to at least a 30-day written notice of any change that you have, any plans for change, including if you're not going to offer services anymore.
The letter also included recommendations for a new facility and offered to pay for a moving service. But attorney Justin Williams, who represents a family currently using the facility, thinks otherwise.
Ms. Gartman and others at the facility received a letter threatening that they would be evicted by the end of this month. We're not seeking anything other than leave the residents in place while this dispute is figured out and resolved.
Smith says his client only wants what's best for the residents.
There's no eviction. Nobody's ever been told you've got to get out of this facility, ever. We don't plan to do that. These are our residents. We would be continuing to offer them services if the lease hadn't been stopped.
Reporting in Tuscaloosa County, Jennifer Edwards, WVUA News.
Today, people of faith all around the nation pause to pray for the country and its leaders. In 1988, President Ronald Reagan designated the first Thursday of May as the National Day of Prayer, a time for Americans of all faiths to pray for the nation. Today, a special prayer service was held at the North River Church in Tuscaloosa. Organizers told us that today is all about laying aside differences and coming together.
We're committed to our city, our county, our state. We're committed to getting people together and just pray. It's time for God's people to stand up and pray.
And in a special proclamation today, President Obama said, "Let us come together and pray for peace and goodwill today and in the days ahead as we work to meet the challenges of our times." Young leaders in West Alabama were able to talk with a local CEO. The United Way of West Alabama reached out to young professionals today. The United Way invited the CEO of Randall Riley Publishing Company to talk with the Young Leaders Society about networking. Local leaders say this kind of event is a great way for them to get more involved with their community and to help them to give back.
We believe that the professional development and the volunteer opportunities go hand in hand in being a well-balanced citizen.
It's a way for young professionals to learn more about how they can serve their community, how to eventually serve on boards, and just completely be a service to the community that's given them so much.
There's a lot of young leaders in this community that want to be involved, want to help out others in our community, and this is a way for us to do that.
And for more information on how to get involved with the United Way, you can visit them at their website. That's UWWA.com. Now, still to come here on WVUA News at 6. Tonight is your chance to get out of the weather and inside to enjoy some live entertainment and unique art. Find out where next.
And coming up in home team weather, still a few showers across west and central Alabama, but when will the rain get out of here? And how about some more sunshine in the forecast? Home team weather is coming up.
And the Southeastern Conference Commissioner Mike Slive made a huge announcement today in Atlanta. Sports Director Gary Harris will have that story in Alabama's Home Team Sports coming up later.
Next on Build More, Spend Less.
Looks like this project is way over budget.
Not at all. We found Surplus Warehouse. Hey, did you get what we need?
Yes, at the guaranteed lowest price.
Woven bamboo flooring, only $3.59 per square foot. Neo-angle shower unit, only $3.69 each. Stonefire porcelain tile, only $1.59 per square foot.
You'll finish your project on time and under budget.
You really can build more and spend less at Surplus Warehouse.
An education from the University of Alabama brings you nationally ranked academic programs, exciting campus life opportunities, and memories to last a lifetime. An education from the University of Alabama will bring your world to life. The University of Alabama, touching lives.
Downtown Northport is filled with the sounds of live music and unique art tonight. Kentuck Art Night is in full swing right now. Kentuck Gallery Shop has reopened in its new temporary location, the Clark Building on the Kentuck campus. The resident artists are hosting open studios. There's also food and live music. Organizers say the gallery features work from more than 100 local and regional artists.
We hope everybody comes out and sees the gallery shop, shopping for Mother's Day, Father's Day coming up, graduations, weddings, birthdays. Anybody who's been missing their funky art, come on down to Kentuck. We'll leave the light on for you.
All right. And you still have time to get out and enjoy all that funky art and all the other fun. It ends tonight at 9 o'clock. Now, still ahead.